is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV so nie yebehye mo se mon subscribe ya na wa subscribe ye nyina ye like video inja comment enter comment section we wi ane a share e da ko all social media platforms so na a win go bet I exporters ni importers for no omo chese daba for na ya de pa omo sha se atete ahente de bo law fe no so omo so omo behwe no mate goods and services no so now we are listening to a Listowel no kodwo no mafaya na meja akono mafaya yes hey when him say vice president waba uye na naje no waba na ma say edwedifo ma omomo tumi a ana omo akwanya kakra bia de ombetimi aye no uhu video bia ana picture bia na trend a wutu senya is traffic light ya potent de afa ho eni twatokro na traffic light na pie wo so de rade amanfo timi kana fo pie timi abenja pade adena na ma yewom no se dwodifo ma ni bi na omo sore asemi nkwasasem no mudi titukuma se osinti na Kevin Taylor Ama Agyarko Kevin Taylor Ama Agyarko dwodifo ma titu mu amokuma mu bi magimi tina Kevin Taylor Ama Agyarko na ma na e kan
on say Ghana ni biano they tend to be their own enemy asima wo kan enya wo na wo so wo kan wo na wo ji akatue sini no ena wo se usim pam se woni anu mpokura wa assembly wa e wo so utimi bo amane na da bia ye si fom ye timi si fom na obi abebo ya amane wo se oh ebi amokobo medin kura e betima be yi medi for the fear of say be yi na dinti no ebi a list o betima betena aka ana say ebi a list o kura bia o meka no ha obetimi afre MC DC nipa cross oh tantwa mo workers no asa o market tua wo fom say ni say untimi ntua aya aban adwuma o ya aban adwuma ye ni untimi mfoso aban say bia onkotua obi ka say na se nipa ko na ketua so a e wo say nipa ni tu anamon say ye ma wa ketua sini na untu anamon na we expect say me no menya magician na me hu say waketua nya then it means say you are your own problem your own enemy
but Listowel Ghana system I operating here toxic because ejebe na minimum wage wo ho wo dey say nipa no se untua ne kese kura at least no you should say minimum wage efa mano
Nanama I won't go far I've worked
factory workers in this country are suffering
in the radio and TV industry for more than 30 years.
Factory workers are suffering. Factory inspectors omugo obakase omunika akojuma
and TV industry for more than 30 years. I know what pertains around.
Yeah.
But me no I cannot be the advocate for Obia or ye radio adwuma. No adane ne ho obi a okoma oman
no so bre no so bre
there be opam confrontare so twati what you say these are things that are very usual with as a society but it's abnormal it's sigma I was seeing nyina no research no jomama means a lot.
That's why I'm happy that you ba e be bright about them and to put on your side and on fan nim cause side na pa
private sector Timi ya duma 10 years yen to pay mu da
yes
10 years
factory inspectors no omo ya duma
10 years
factory government aban factory inspectors me yes as me as
me yen to be pay mu da 10 years
we don't pass some
factory inspectors
no evidence was this issue can you say ice assembly and there
yes
it's about man e tumu so no eni me wo no but baby a kwadwo shas the assembly si free you know it's something that I was here discussing this passionately. And you can say, ma, a quiet to say,
without any malice.
Yeah, obi time. What must I say? But I didn't be anywhere yet. And I don't care who's. I mean, me papa ya boni ameka. Na obi papa. I mean, who is he? Who is he? Who is he? Say Japan why who is he?
Ejuma who we are.
So obi akwa kwanya sika because of dubious. So obi anya sika because of dubious. Na wakoma minister bi adi, wakoma MP bi adi, wamankofo bi adi. Wafa wadwuma. Na dabi adwuma na wafa wadwuma na me kobusa talafata. How far meneno?
Former Metro TV boss.
But
oh no, me boss.
No, the issue is not about obi awafa na wadwuma. Yeah. Talk about Zoomlion sweepers ni eda eno.
I don't care, sir. We are mine. We are Bonnie America.
No.
Yes, sir. John Mahama. When I do John Mahama, tell me. But I think I'm the first to have even come up with a caution. About Bemune, what if we no need to cry. And I'll call appointee Akwebi, your friend is a cry.
Akuano,
Adam Bona. I came out against him, and I'm still against it. I'm against Adam Bona appointment because he has not been part of anything. What must I say? And I'm against it not because Obetimaya Jumano. Only Obia was sending Diano. Only sending Diano Obetimaya said Jumano. I'm against his appointment. And I came out against it. It doesn't mean Metadomamo. You said your dog war no. One at war. What must I say? Now, as a man who came, Zoomlion with Jumano. Nanama, dear. Assembly for na airpen ko for mam a dikromuni. A neon dikromuni. Zoomlion a chassis. Ebe pim baby awadri. So be nim time ya bia na nipa kono. Ah, ada wako China. Busako fori. I knew Sarah Japan no publish books. No, but Jamestown. That is when I knew him.
But that is the beginning. Everyone has a beginning.
What the something novelty be came, and everyone decided to go along with him. But so Bisha Debia say, na who say, baby, air corner, air chair, ten year yet. But I feel no, a endemic. Our system, Nimu say, a baby aba, no, I didn't a company, a quaco Johnson, or no, a giant. Obey me a cleaning system. No, meanwhile, every year, piano, we get flooding. As a result of Ompra,
what I
ball on Kogu or Donim or Dono, a hayfana, ball and a free echo goom.
The Silden.
Ball and a free hino.
Every day, Kogu or Donim.
If you are one team, if you are one team,
yeah, so
Abaman contract. Near contract, and as a kufodo, so Yaman social contract. So I studio at this
so what you so now what should be done is say we should compare him say if you are taking 700 and something from 750, right? From government time. Pay the person well.
Are you going?
Clothe the person well.
As the Mahama said.
Also, meet cabinet.
Yeah,
cabinet for them to decide whether they will give it to the assemblies.
They will have to
also decentralize
not to decide though.
So they will have to. Nanama also there.
Not to decide.
Also there.
Or say cabinet will soon meet on the decentralization of the sanitation budget.
Exactly.
And make every district responsible for its own sanitation.
Okay. He has resolved it.
So the assembly determine whether I'm taking the contract or I want to pay them by myself directly, and we should make sure that they should say the kind of some say I buy the book the book bar. Just sanity.
Those days are not Zoomlion my no Zoomlion my assembly Bia was responsible for
of course they were
of assembly area and until that tank as it me because we banner one you adwuma here obecho but wo the adwuma na come Zoomlion abi obeche me
and so am mpra
one so mpra so wo timi kwache because wo be bribe Come, Master Bedem Okoshe. They call the rot.
A plus X here, you should say, or starting Zoomlion. What we hear in the video? Also, starting social media. Say, or Zoomlion contract in Wasim. And one was for catch him say, he paid me. He paid me well. A plus.
What you say?
Also was starting Opan church reference. He paid him. Also was
this is how he has behaved today.
But there are other areas. No, but there are other areas that Zoomlion is also doing well.
We can forget
that we have to look. Your friend said those things that is building on the district. What do you call it?
I will go bit.
You see, I will go bit. Nana, I'm not more flow. Yeah, what did you do? Japan or Numa Bibra, yeah,
exactly.
So any, but I know Zoomlion.
No, but Zoomlion has subsidiaries of companies.
Me say there be Zoomlion, and Zoomlion. There be your just phone no just phone group no.
Okay.
But yeah, come about Zoomlion.
Zoomlion there, and Ghana had the most criminal institution. The most. Bonia or dear do my way, Sika what dear from my way, and then what you man away. I don't think I Nana mo bia no be betrabo minister bi echa breko minister no wototo niam ye bebo nachi me ne otuwei wote ha ne ma wo frɛ kwa amkwachi o mabonten wenko wo frɛ obi wo maye waso weso wo gwa me frɛ enko eye me nam ye de adwuma no ma me ye de adwuma ma obi ba ye road ahye ne nsa road o Ghana nyina na ni abre wo giso obi ba ye de agrek ahye ne nsa me no kai komadi na market kohwe aduane buso fertilizer nkofo wi aye wagege de amankofo mo mu ye adwuma. What man say? Yadi yaba ye yama obi foreign affairs. And sa sene niyama nhehye odi egu akwam nyina kama. Yama obi communication minister. Kan ye dia ma wo adwuma we network na say oboaye. Wo obi gina do me ko benya afre na enko. What man say? Wo baby obi gina bi afre enko. Wo se mem ye enko na adwuma no de enko yi. Ansi she wan say. Ese no. Etimi sraw. Ja NC asem. Ja NC asem. NC boss. That reverend pastor say. Enka NC no job not there because it's true. Maintenance on network was coming. I support you. But the thing is that there is division of labor. NCAs and they must work. Let's call the blue out of them. Minister, no institutions she was saying but be enko e so make sure so better to one year ye. What must say? Onu na CNC nipa no oni ni be ye. Onu no oni ni be ye adwuma. Breaking news. Hip. Hooray. Professor is back again. Glory be to God. Thank God. Glory be to God. And then the same talk NCA. Me ba me fra kwam kwacha ka sama chene nko. What man say? E she Sam George say. Wo ba ye na no kwatra ba bi say. Was it data? I won't go bit. Who your spokesperson? No, I'm only there. Are you a spokesperson all the ministries? What man say? Wo ba ye na no akwata ba say data na ne boy de no yem fanshe osle usu na create sa a problem no eti wo so ba the blame be man crofo it is a NPP what trans say and a dollar na ewu na sidi na man ho so no wa yam dia eno be jatu mu ana thank you eti ada na the blame come obi what ba think the ba bia wo no me no ka say last month on compact plus DSTV na DSTV compact plus na 495 last month this month 570. Hey, was it? And then last month, now we no premium, now 750. Say 865. Are they? One more to move to section. One getting a juma. Are they? DSTV. Nina quite communications. You Nina comba and again because of your tia stations and your papa. GTV, Animal Kingdom, and also we more. It's where for advantage football in your money, film near the identity. Every week, every month, be able to be friend of funny. Adia 495. Sanam you when before 495, now 395. And I'm two. What must say? And now I know can say 495 last month. I'm talking median. Myself, Simon, myself, 570. 495 to 570. That's. Ninja was a gun and penny for what crime now be a DS in use. And so bonnet emuna say wom bibiako off. Station and so and we are no business. DSTV or branch I abrocheno and so bomwa edum. More better hand and move buy and move we are man bro so yet to crime DSTV Nigeria dear no
no am connect bi magana for no the 495 no e ho no 350 eti e connect dudu ani nyina ntia e san no afre Nigeria ni no connect what am say ada na ti crop dollar ba from bibia ba from ba mpanifo ne nhwade man anema nkoso what am say ya tia enti obi ye minister was ade na say
ba na metie no se wate committee yeah omu review telcos no ni sa issues we nyina omu review enti committee no e review wi a no mo the report ba then no enough no omo hu the way forward
nana when na mate ase nana me wo asem kakraka
okay
efutu a me de ma ye nyina
okay
on say elu ba bi a ntokwa ne bi wo a ehu hia papa asema akodua raise a very important subject
legitimate
because sabi ebetimi aba say ofro obi just because ebi a uhia ayarehwempo and ebi a bibias you need an urgent attention na ekoba say wenya ebi a betimi si but ade ba ko ameka kire ye nyina so ne say edua no de mfie nwotwe na akoa ne tini edene
please
me wom say no me ba me tini bi
we do out trend
eti abi dabi
we do out trend
listo tie listo
say minister no manu nsi
dabi you every right to complain because that
you have every right. I'm not saying you don't have a right.
Samiti ha say me network
no I'm not saying you don't have a right. Come manu si anka betimase e mamu nto asem ni mfinfin manu si a obi abetimase. The American says a minister no if he was idle then we have a cause to worry. I'm not saying we don't have a cause to complain. We have a cause to worry when he is idle. What must I say? Now, say when you say Sam George, between him or your bonia, and he is one person. Me can anymore. Sebi, he respects every argument, especially critical arguments.
No, but
what must I say? Now,
criticize.
Where I'm saying is, say we shouldn't hasten to jump the gun. Is because I think, say until idly. Oh yeah, Juma. Name na Juma na oye no. Ena ebi ana ho keka no. Ye person is speed. Because ordinarily no. Ordinarily no. How many persons have always ministry no or who is here? Either to know you have a minister deputies. Yeah. You see akoyo no nko.
Or directors. Right?
Me tell say, say, no, me can say you have no cause to worry.
Listen, Mr. Makwadjumi na me house.
Yes, I didn't know say akota to.
Listo, share.
And you no kwa na nim nyansa NDC mo. Ye dem ma no simi ntimi.
Oh, there because
me ba me na asema work kan me ma na example. What say sad bi akota ne so. E na ma na ba say dem so ma ho odi ntimi. E di ba hwem director.
On cash
and I'm there be oh yeah Juma dia you better catch and say hanko ye you to there last week I 490 now this week you turn 570
because you want ne communication no dey about bontin say or try say obema data bo aba form because Ghana data bo
so push it blame
Nigeria here data bo now they compare Ghana the aye dey no was wrong. And Obaye
Bibia nyama bia ye dey
page I'm one person who follows that page very regularly. Sam George communication page one.
Yeah, but at least the page
there. Na dey
implementation your page.
You can get the information from the page.
Page about me page. I saw the bibia. Implementation here can. Who the page about me?
I'm not saying say don't criticize, but I'm saying say that's all. Because minim say Sam George why baku mienu bia I mean exuberance bia a show. Yes, I know.
Big John company.
Resetting.
Yes, why not?
Office or
but same way no. I'm not saying don't say it all. Sam George in the crap, what is a maybe catcher will say, he will be angry at me because he doesn't like it when he's not criticized.
You know,
just I'm just saying, sir, we should be doing
Kawasa.
Yet, I know, and I didn't come ready.
Oh,
people don't need sushi. Don't need sushi.
Back and forth.
So trying to make a matter. And no, funny say, I know
funny say, buy now catch me say. Sam George, or the Juma Coma MPP ni, Wabra was so compared to Manibia. I will come at him.
Jai, Ben Fanassim, as a member.
No, because I know it's abnormal.
NDC.
But when I do not,
Listowel
to Abem,
or being some fat or no at the hole. But she need probably be a kuta phones for Ghana. Na yes struggle see a better call. Yes struggle so we download
you think I'm defending it?
No. But it's all allow you man can say
me can't want him fan bra. Me
now they nam me am say
now me
I will jury them
me go DSTV am ko ye me can you be what na me come ani me say me no ka say me ba part of his legon off my dinner party now off electricity what am I say
maintenance
that be the maintenance the maintenance no me area ma me na me who transform na cables be na mo maintenance e dey maintenance there eti area no person go blame a Greek minister energy minister me blame what am I say yet the crow when energy minister cost a container 300 and something okay 3,000 plus or fan who case gidi muso prepare container ye hu ba bi wo asam na agiagu ya wie ni ati ama opposition outim and na yisi ju so hand light of esumo na nipagu hwe eda ya kra da de we bembe ho obi window from ampo nwram kakra ya kwakoto prepaid ya to so eno so sa ba ebu achi bidi what bay wo no sector no me se ne NDC ba bia ne sinto wo energy sector now me ati krom no ba ka cheze aka 2.6 days sanya energy minister na me say days your point ka ho me nim de wo calculate ade me hu be ti bi da say am fasika hours there ya tell hours e be 2 days
another 22nd okay power outage due to transformer fault at Osu Sun City
me mo Osu
okay sameba me mo Osu power outage due to fire outbreak at substation.
Person busa question.
Emergency maintenance greater Accra.
Okay, free.
ECG for AISO.
For omodenso. We can pay I say what you own. Oh baby, I want. If you didn't you. I will go back. Oh say if you didn't you. We can communication for pay there. I know the home tiasie.
Minia paying and I'm new coming say John when they paying. But I can tell you that John was one of the guys very prosperous during okay, what if you would mention back? I would have you
to crow him now for container somebody container no ejibu anybody could see here. A woman so 30 or 40 the dwelling in anybody a walk. You who baby a decobium and no the 9 you know about John and South 2.6 days naka. I was on a car window. 0.6 minimum was in the door. What man say? Ya nyet kabi amfa nhemua Ghana be ko blackout. Ya ti crow we mu and a John Babeka kire ye say your 5 days okay on ba beginning no. Say am peska no chief of president my chief of staff every committee and on move this kabaye and ye kokko shemu. E to the sector now one day there be who peska your threat president.
David I want.
And I you run Ghana for. Ya the one man say be threat nipa. Oh, then now what's happening? Catches 2.6 days. Would you be able to nipa? Who pesca or sector? You want to run? No,
he's been honest.
4 months now.
No.
John, I will go.
I will go, please. That's how I'm sure.
What one more 4 months? But I wouldn't say this. Leaving now. Yeah, shortage, you know. Now I have no nigga, no Afghanistan. What you want my way when we are the only minister? Take about 3 weeks and now 1 month and near my question. And that's a prompt to president and in charge. Authority will make you say the idea. What you are like 2 days, a year was 2.6 hours. And I can, young first camera. 2 days, you pass up the 30 per Brabin room nipa. There be a Juman Ocean as a sucher and jump out. John Dinapo as a sector minister, energy minister. Sir, is it wrong to say, like, what update Ghana for? in closing time.
Because now po no one kasani complain.
And I'm saying update on the mind no. You wrong. Womanika 2 days. I don't update here.
But
no.
Be a no. Only engagement.
Nana, okay, say, look, if you took one of the ministers who really working on let me tell you, John Jinapo is one of the hard-working ministers. If you don't,
and not this government.
Let me tell you,
no.
As a minister of energy, let me tell you, okay, he's supposed to communicate.
No,
look, his humility is one of the top. I remember.
We are humility.
Those who want to bring their timetables to bring it. No, they are.
What's it?
When they are now, I don't catch it. Oh, more timetable. They have to go and bring their own timetable. What the minister did, Nana, what the minister did was to communicate to Ghanaians. Say, no, it's true.
They be allow him say, who will be car?
The time is going.
Challenge.
Yes, which is
challenge.
Which is admitted.
Debbie, I will go bit, please, me patcho, Miss Ro.
On Jintum.
Debbie told was before election and after election.
Yes.
Ghana ni bien at na say there's a mess. Bibi wo energy sector one.
Exactly.
How wo
debt crowd.
MPP for no forget about the debt.
No,
I will go bit. Yes, I won't wash you. Oh yes, I will wash you.
Watch some more.
No.
Kwajo to bon patch. I will go bit. Yes. Because ye nim o wusu ben pamo transe can say NDC buy and do so beba. Also energy sector. 80 well Ghana for said there's a crisis ahead of Ghanaians. But me challenge and said you can jeje na won ti asem. I will go bit. Only Ghana for ni deal.
Yes.
On never catch a containers aya.
Based on the report on your
containers na Iran akosi say.
Say you arrest him.
E wa hefa.
Oh, commissioner that script obi same.
There be almost those who were in charge during that period. What day?
Oh, but
allow the person to
president,
talk.
The Attorney General would deal with them.
No, please. Men
say John General on your police, on your CID, on your national security.
Say you were challenger. What to challenger me, John General? Apart from say President Mahama inaugural ceremony, or talk I send 5 hours and
it was the truth.
And then later we catch say, "Omo West Africa gas pipeline maintenance." And we children do so. No can be at the Ghana for. One can be Ghana for. We have to be that's a easy about complaint. So did answer of problem.
Now, he can say he was communicating to Ghanaians at every bit. He want to alert us. Okay, I said they are reinstalling some transformers on Ghana. Okay, I said they are taking certain maintenance on Ghana. Okay, I said they are bringing oil. Okay, I said they are bringing oil. As we speak now, 260 barrels of oil.
Mami Joe, transformer. Enya dia one man.
I go be tell me movie program.
Transformer papa. Adia transformer so check it. Load no overload. Say the load transformer is higher than the load. Make me catch you say e be 10 years we dey oil. Transformer nya dey every month and every year. Ya swa oil am cream say kwasa. What man say?
Kwajo for ya na for anusam me.
Ya me dey manu siam na me ba no. Nana o man pani ba bi obi am friend national security no hwe we. What man say? National security, especially director of operation.
No for alcohol.
One show ye. Director of operation, national security. So I'm set and who did the agra or best say amamwo we.
Kwajo.
Oh, make so much on
strong allegations.
And I make catch no. Me say one show ye one pani na ya appointment no. E dem Bobby Dino. What one? Me director and the director of operation o me answer.
We more than one.
What man say? Nana so obi na so te say enene nansa ayo mampani ni nua ni we ba beto abonte a we say wo galamsey we say okay Alfred Mahama say okay oh mama men come asem what any time what man say the one na niam yetimi no ka say ho na me fi na me ba na wara a mining company e ho na me fi na me ba na na say ukọ na wo hwe abrante ba ako a na wara a concession no e ye na dia ho na ye na dia wona Listo, Umamenka.
Nawara enya obidia.
PRTU, any concerned drivers association, Abaso, say they have taken the lead. I think it's tomorrow, right? No,
Saturday.
Saturday. So those prices will be reflected. Same pepper na say Judicial in one market. We should also respond to the price reduction because Ghana for if the time the government came no second no that's so cost but all miss kayabakasa anambwa yabakasa say the everything is running up but if the government work 24 hours now that I know that the 24-hour economy na John Mahama kind a baba di super so yes we agree say nema prices say na pese emba from no entisa ana say no di kan say mrebi ye nema price because a buy for buy no I think going forward no everybody will do the needful so that in fact who did you grandpa you are still a consumer anamwa and so I strongly believe say we will definitely see some level of reduction of goods maming so mean can say shipping lines so I will have we are abroad over here nanama unze customs this week I say among change rate not to like 11.8 and then rate here 11.8
okay
but custom couldn't change on last Tuesday and see the rate that we are using now is I think is 12.3 or so.
Adenti.
No, but there was a technical hiccup somewhere. But with
how?
Yes.
There be NTSN technical the any day.
So
we use exchange rate, dollar rate na say we dey duty.
Yes.
Say a drop here, I was say a drop it automatically. I was say drop it.
So at the end of the day, what can I say? There was this deputy governor of Bank of Ghana or called Parliament. I think Parliament committee is something committee in Parliament. Now can I say the rate that they normally use, they look at three base rate and they pick the best. So Bank of Ghana, I don't know for for whatever reasons, every Tuesday like Monday 12 a.m. So when you say 12 a.m. that means Tuesday, isn't it? They were supposed to change the rate to prevail the current rate. Unfortunately, Bank of Ghana couldn't make it. We have called and custom have come to plead that it's not their fault. It is Bank of Ghana, and so but the rate has come. The rate has come is 11.3. If you go to the interbank today, 11.3. But customs is still using 12.3 in collecting duties. So we have raised the issue to that level. But not even the custom that we are so much worried.
The message about the Hammond.
Yes.
Was it yesterday was 15.8 at the Habo?
No.
I know
15.8 at the Habo. What I do know is that customs, some shipping lines are using even 16 to $1. And yes, and I have a document here.
Okay.
I will have a document to give you to that if you want it.
Okay.
So I think that Bank of Ghana, Minister of Finance, Minister of Trade, Minister of Transport, we need to do something. And most especially our own Separation Authority. Now we have the Act 2024. And I think that I know Professor Gambo is working extremely hard. Somewhere I think I saw a publication said that the shipping lines are not ready for them to regulate, but they will make sure they regulate them. We have the law. In the beginning, those days that we do not have the law to regulate the shipping industry, no, the downstream, no, and law, no. I also heard say, and I also read on City Business News that Vice President for SWAC, Ship Owners and Agents Association, Minya Penye Ayana, on also call or a granted interview or can say the shipping lines does not use the BOG rate, and that the shipping lines are using port of origin rate, and I think that is absolutely. I don't want to use the word nonsense because in our tradition he's my senior brother, but I think that he should not use that because if the
I will go with my NTS shipping lines no omun use Bank of Ghana rate no
even the rate that custom are using at 12.3 no that's not what they're using. Some are using 16. See this, and I have a document to show you, proof to you. 16 to rate, yes. And when they asked, they said at the time the ship arrived, the rate was loaded, the rate was 16. So they are using that rate. No, but the rate has come down. It has come as far as even 11.3. So they're supposed to use the prevailing rate that Bank of Ghana or commercial banks are now using to trade.
Okay,
that's the rate we're supposed to use.
Okay.
Not time load. So what they are trying to tell us is time the ship was leaving in origin coming to Ghana. No, now the rate at the time was 16. So as it has come and the rate has fallen, no, they cannot do anything. How can you do something? It's not free. Nippon on to free. Say at that time it was free time. Either we pay postpaid or prepaid. Say, if I'm the bag Ghana, me free no say 10,000 free time. Mature go and I'm going to say do Ghana, but more I will still give you the same dollar. So if a $1 today is going for 11.3, why would I go and buy $1 at 16 cities? So what it means that they are cheating us. So I chrono they bought say they and that they are not even using the Bank of Ghana rate. How come? Who is the institution that we can go and report? Is the Ghana Shippers Authority? Is the Minister of Trade? Is the Minister of Finance? Is the Minister of Transport? That's why I'm saying that all this institution must rise up. They should call. I have the document here. Any of the ministers who want to see that shipping line, that is, and I'm not afraid to mention the shipping line name. And agents are listening. Importers are listening. Say some shipping lines are using their own rate. When the rate about Juma, the rate no fall up to 11.3 no, and 11.8 no. Shipping lines are using 16 series. Your business explanation on the no. Enquire, Nanama, and maybe so obi kwa just asking in our porta. And to know Baba do can say on you know. Meanwhile, government has worked tirelessly. Atofosa have never slept. I don't think he has been able to sleep in his home for more than 7 hours. Just all to make sure that they work in collaboration with the Bank of Ghana for us to have this low rate. And obi ababa ye juma ye source ha, or ye juma source ha, or the committee crime. The question I asked that. So if the ship is in Ghana source and a committee crime, are we using Ghana law to prosecute the person? And now we are going to use origin law to prosecute you.
So are we go? Does it mean say first na shipping lines no more ban na exchange rate ni sana na ekosro na ekosro
no muje
na eno no
muje
na ekosro enkosro
no na ekosro me say na ekosro say no muje
no muje but paper form there no there
it's a paper form now you are still pricing at a high rate 16 series on about to function. I know how you are very passionate. Dr. Eshema, I know how you are very passionate. Who is to take these people on? Minister of Transport should call Shippers Authority boss. And I know my very good friend, Professor Jampo. This morning where this guy was, we were putting issues on the platform. Then this afternoon, Obia Freme, their mom invoice. And there's 16 cities.
No, but it's wrong.
It's wrong. Totally robbery. So, okay, we'll buy just 16 cities to say $1. Then you go and buy $1 at 11.3 or 11.8, and then so the difference now was to know what do you hear? What do you say? So if I were to pay $100,000, you can imagine the kind of profit this shipping line is going to make from an ordinary shipper in this country. Then you can't say you are using origin. There's not like origin rate. Nigeria, you can't use origin rate because some of these charges are paid locally. To say demurrage. To say release and other things. It's local issues. It must be in tandem with our laws. And it's true. You cannot use origin laws on us. If that's what I'm saying, say, shipping line, ship no be do them port. Now issues a crop up. Are we going to use origin laws or we are going to use Ghana laws? We are going to use Ghana laws to prosecute you, to try somebody, to go to court.
Yeah.
And so, when I heard that people are still, shipping lines are still taking 16, when the rate is at 12, not even at 12 as customs are collecting. Not even at 12.3 that customs are collecting from us. But 16 cities? What? And we are in this country? Heads must rule. Heads must rule. Nanama, heads must rule. And I want the Minister of Transport, Minister of Trade, because when we now come on,
yeah, say yes, and that's
honestly will not benefit because somebody said that simple like sitting in Tama here, not respecting our laws.
Yeah, and I wouldn't him. And right, no be no complaining. And right importer.
Yes.
Not all complaining say. I'm banning for an in call. Shipping line.
That is why I sit here. As somewhere my can west since private government every day is a bank rate 12 season. Now shipping line some of them even pay their rate at 20 cities the whole year. That they close it. So that whether it will go up or it doesn't go up, they will still make. They have been making this money for a long time. Nanama. And I want to see price reduce at the market. If importers go and pay this thing to shipping lines, or buy on reduce the price no. Wow. Meanwhile, they are prepared to reduce the price. So please, abaimbra. Super the Professor Jampo, on the people, Minister of Finance, on Okran, Akwana Yajumasa, say reflectiam. Me person on some come back and I'm born say a wa atu yaba waba what yasa where you join my but if
Ajumana we no I was say reflecting.
Yes.
I was say a nipano because I say yano. Asema metiano me ya making no. Ya Ghana ha traders ya importers omo ha. Anopano moto ade ebom.
Yes.
Awiano moto ade ebom. Awimre no moto ade ebom.
Oh, no correct because
dollar no say 15 cedis ya ekwa 15.2 a obetum. Ekwa 15.5 obetum. Enti sana Ghana ni nso no ehwehwe say dollar tinya drop ya ba from
here. Come down too for us. That's true.
But ya wo kan no so kire say importers and traders no omum benefit from
Adiana Ecoso. Because I say ebrim buy if you go to your shop and you have to ask a large how much the rate today before you can start pricing your goods. But if today you timid that sorry no be a huntono 11 point something, it must reflect every sector, every corner.
Yeah.
In fact, even at the end of person fato abandon say inflation number up to as far as 21.3 or 21.4 anamwa. Nanama say unim sa because you boy inflation number up as far as low as 21%. City number from 40% to like say today 11.8 or 11.3. Yes, sir. Yeah. And why is the commercial bank interest rate is still on the high? Because Jordanibia is running on loan. Until per se at to fortune, any Bank of Ghana or more for money cost that side. Because I remember vividly say a maybe buyer now Bank of Ghana the then Governor Addition. When they were upping the prime rate from 70 to 22 plus, or can say commercial banks should also up their interest rate to fight inflation. That's the inflation that took us as far as 54%. And to say, and then yet a buy for be a buyer. I don't know, Juma inflation about as 21. Rate now as even 12.3 and 11 now. Now, we still go to bank to service your loan at 27, 28, 30%. Abano on for that doing coho. They must tell the commercial bank that look, your interest rate must come down. So I expect the Minister of Finance to call the Governor of Bank of Ghana and say, take in charge of the bank rate. Tell the shipping line they cannot charge any rate more than the prevailing rate. And I don't know why Bank of Ghana doesn't owe. You know that's the speculation out there that the rate is not for Bank of Ghana.
Which rate is
yes, yes, the rate we are trading. Yes, if you don't know, I'm telling you.
It's no custom for no rate or year Juma.
Let me read something from here. Let me read something from here for you to see. No. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying, and I'm speaking on authority. Oh, okay, that should not be the case. I'm speaking on authority. Customs, look, say Customs use the BOG average interbank opening rate issued on Monday. This is provided by BOG to Customs. So this is the rate they normally use. They take, I think there are 3 rates.
Okay.
3 rates that always come, then they pick the best or whatever rate that they pick. I remember why I'm saying that Bank of Ghana should take in charge. One deputy governor of Bank of Ghana or public accounts committee meeting. And also says be rate na I can say interbank Bank of Ghana rate, Bank of Ghana rate. Maybe now that a chairman and his people have come, they should maybe they've now taken authority to say this is our rate. And every bank, if you go to bank, it should be on their screen for you to see that this is the rate everybody's trading. Know that this is the rate, and you go to shipping line will tell you, I'm taking 16. I don't give a hoot whether your BOG rate is low or is high. I have my rate, and I'm trading with the shipper. No, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you're wrong.
And I think the document is here, and I want government to do. Let me touch what you said. I have fight for you, Valentina. Papa na ati hana friend say Bobe. Kwabena Bobe. Bobie. Bridget Otu. Musumu ya adwuma ne bi. Mu ye adwuma ne bi. Listo tia.
Oma you see Adam.
Kojo ya bo atia.
Oma you see Adam.
Mu ye adwuma ne bi. But nana ama
Oma you see Adam. Ya dia tun so Oma you see Adam.
Let me make this statement. There is danger, looming danger, if NDC or the current government doesn't take time. I am not happy the way they are appointing all the media people to go and take office. Don't forget that in the next 3 years, the next 2.5 years, campaign begins. So I'm not saying don't take care of them. But if your opponent all go, who are those materials that will be there to work for you? Because everybody now, every journalist now is okay. I must also get appointment. And this I mean, my job mean come once a mamo.
Every journalist way. No, but I won't go to
no, I'm saying
journalist for no my picky woman. One a year, do many will be any be. And no credit, can journalist for now. I'm a picky woman, a Jumano, woman come. And then I mean, you bring out to church say, I'm going to wear donkey the chop no. Oh, yeah. What you say? Until I think, say, one of the things I've seen. Oh, me, you see, no, one of the things that I've seen and I've experienced for my 11 years in industry, say, NDC, they don't take care of people who do advocacy for or them. Who work for them. MPP take care of media guys and advocacy guys. My institution was silent. I was not going to government meetings again because they think that if they bring any policy as a case kicking against, they are innocent people. Yeah, that was how we were branded. Myself, President Amatir and Nana Poku and your friends Techi Ado your friends Abuksokan consensus papers now become a spokesperson. That was how they branded us. But and then me who's Techi Ado. O complain. Techi. O complain. Techi me now what and so I want to tell because I know that during the campaign now Dr. Otukono, he was in charge of COC's civil societies advocacy group, some political parties, and also general upon the agreed then day or fear. And so please, me as a national chairman of my party, the people that I used to go out and work with them in the media houses, whom they are grumbling, even though I know that it's too early. It's too early. But please, don't let them say that MPP take care of their people. But I do actually know that they were taking good care of them. What they are saying. So I'm happy when I heard people talk a grumble. I know that I also have to put my mouth and say it's true. They should prepare. Some office must be there. You can't appoint everybody, but take care of the people. Know them. Have their list. Know them. What you can, even once a while, just meet them and talk to them. Get let some top officer, maybe chief of staff, call the CEOs that you know them. Acquire your man appointment now. Mensa day. Mensa Thompson. No, fight. Are you going to tell you? What do you? Yeah, and can't see a point. Yeah, per se, a banker say no mutia. Me ground. Are you going to name me Titino? But they say on you happy. Who say when you happy? Are you going to Listowel or per contract? Your man on you happy. About how no somehow they were bad. You see a damn peer. Oh, that is your mama or your power. Your mama or on board because your mama is not everywhere. But his appointees must be able to work. You see a damn peer. This one I want you to. Aha, I mean, said your mama or papa. Yeah, my who kind. There be me yet. Yeah, my who can so you see. You see, my damn pay. Oh, dear, ya dear to so my damn pay. Are you going to see a dassy? That's a pa. Someone you saw a damn pay. Oh, calmness. You there? Next day, you near. Ladies. Oh, dear. Now we get topic. Okay. About Zoomlion party. Hey, Zoomlion. Zoomlion, fun. And I share. We also your castle on fire workers via what you're buying at the mamo. To me, sorry, every about 334. We took our one consuls via check is my pranam and my bra. My co consuls, Mrs. number 8. Make what I share be that. Well, beyond you are proud of Akraha. But I was a gun affording the car, or workers who chew Muka. And then pay with the Zoomlion workers safe on war. As your Transama, or what be a question first, say, where's Camu? When you workers, my name's Luho. But no, workers for workers for. So when you workers on Chamkaya, on Chamkaya, about more workers on Zoomlion, or my panic for time Obano. Second Medina, Robert Coleman time now. Yes, we will show workers on walk home. Coleman time. Or Muya Jumasa, and name the Musora who could be a winner worker. Muka strike. Now I know they call a year, my go papa ye. A year, one of the young we come up, because ye bit. Maybe you'll be on the checking him up a quiet, because Zoomlion, ye can see away. Now, with their man is our contract, I'm not on my proper on any man. Zoomlion for me 4. You can see no.
You can see nipa 4. We better from my car, we better from way. I see you. Boys and no me see over. You know one winter me buy no. And one of Tiam pay me check it. See am account nipa 4 a year ni nipa 4. And on was yes just a near me cause number much pick near mambo. Akra hanum kyerɛ me ba bia betu car kwa wo won se Zoomlion for workers number 530 sem na bi atwa no wota workers am ye no ba sa nipa no ye kyerɛ wo nipa dodo aban de share ne nsa ya also am ye ne workers a wo twa am ka wo workers ni bi de ba I list betu aka kyerɛ
so you say 8 years ne operate ghost system ghost you know
e wo he e dey say na kan ne workers say. And again,
you can make auditing to know the number of staff.
So at the end of the day, Najuma Warrior, and you can have an obipra. Heaven, and say Chanica. Meanwhile, the crunch Zoomlion boy, as a man contract, say, you could Chanica.
Says Zoom, but me business clinic, prison business be briguha.
Now, James, you are DC near the other, and to put you and found and confirm on areas near Chiamuka. Instead of 250 Ghana cedis, we be to be torn with defending. Now, mammy and now papa, and a Bosumi also the man 250 and Cabell there. What also on the Abana demand 2 days Abana Echo Chrono Crown of the bar, Obagis Abana Chrono to my gate. But I won't get what must say? Would I would you say something? Brown yesterday, oh, mammy and now papa, will be to say hours in this 3 hours. One more young quack 2 baller. I could say a Janine or what tea. And a brew 8 hours. A Juma or yan 3 hours. Na Juma be honest, sir. A Juma be on the man. I know what didn't it will be 2 ball and no ball as Juma. 1 hour crying. Thank you.
A brochure, Kapa.
What must say?
Yes, a brochure. Yeah.
Nanya man go fako to a guano. Sent a quani penny. Well, we are no Busa who's a meme Zoomlion and Listowel come man, said Juma. A Juma or from a quanimuno. Every time, scan better to Prestamombo. Call the better to Busabi. Ubama buy ye. Umaba buy a side Juma way. Ubanya will be no Jim Sabia Musabia Yado. Kakra no coffee on a bomb by ye, the Kakra Nipa Bedino. Nanny pair supported this at the phone say. No, no, to can what was there. More friend and office, something you why a meeting.
That means
who yanning Yabaka.
The Malik Awakano, Malik Canana, Mrs. Soso say, is to increase the workers' salary. I say, any mammy,
are you going to it's not about the increasing salary. Various assemblies debating the workers.
Yeah, but I had Jumanette because young ones are yours, assembly number 1. Mohammed for workers at your muye, and yet scour one mamma, what you have to contract.
I can assure you go to Tema Municipal, some Metropolitan Assembly. There are workers there. That you have 400 a month. Some of us, yes, there are workers there who have even worked for the past even 8 years, 7 years, 10 years. They are still casual. They are still how can they casual? What
no minimum wage.
Assembly.
So let's
then they are paying on the IGF. They are paying on the IGF. As low as.
So let's speak for them.
What should they are watchmen in the market? That is, I'm telling you, they have not taken it to controller. They have not taken it to. If they say take them to controller, then they will take even new workers to controller and leave the old workers. People who have worked over years. I'm telling you. Let us purge ourselves properly.
Yes, it's important.
That is part of the what do I say? I don't know before even minimum wage. Yeah, Ghana, you need to say, hey, give my day, say so day, and now we are Cabo Moon so amount. 1 year in any part of a human 4 was somebody who I'm no more yet. I'm going to so 400 Ghana. Yes, I wouldn't near Oma me and I will bar and it's got what you have fear.
And then call you about go around and investigate.
And Crofon, I'm near support to call saying,
go to industries.
Quite job, please.
There you see, you see, if you say, Amuda.
Who needs more?
That was any one and 2 no more one.
Listowel Kasam Pacho, the time as Listowel Kasam.
Anama. Baby, on my way, I drew no. I did hear party through. And they said, your justice system, no. You better to ye. So, see, I can say, your mama has put a motion in place. His decision to set a committee. Committee no ba be ye adwuma. Sebi imperiasa. ɛbɛboa ma ɔmo a sɛbi ɔmo nye the justice system ni no ɔmo betumi anya gidie wɔ justice system ni mu sesei no ɛnyɛ sɛbi ɔtan hunu bi na obi tan obi wote ase ɛnyɛ ɔtan hunu bi na obi tan obi na emu no ɛyɛ ade a sɛ yɛanya you need democracy because Listowel for the last almost 8 years no me only me kokota memma enye say me di dwe o me nkoma kwase bi
no Listowel
no mpacho
me ma wonu si that word
me nkoma kwase bi
no Listowel may you a free
why
may you a free
why do you want to mean that
untimi can't say may you a free may you a free
I heard say the lawyer is asking that 2 judges among free your friend saying among they are raising biases or your friend saying say they should excuse themselves and let me tell you say there was a case Speaker of Parliament case and I feel Markins didn't they raise issues about Nipana or parliamentary candidate for MPP they have found a Supreme Court no when the lawyer is it sorry, right? The same lawyer. He raised that issue, and who was chairing that meeting?
Chief Justice.
It was the then Chief Justice. They now suspended Chief Justice. And what was her response?
Obogui.
And I said, "Just go ahead." Even at the point, senior lawyer like him, no, he was heckled by the Chief Justice. And say, you can't allow Parliament to close, and nothing is not working. And then you said, okay. And so also court say bias and then and the Boadu I think say there's prima facie and the judges should go ahead to do. They are doing work for Mother Ghana. They are not doing job for only President Mahama. We want sanity to prevail back into our court. As another list of kind, because at that time, no on Judicial or court, they would deal with case according to law. But they will deal it according to maybe the pay-by system, whatever. So we want sanity, we want confidence to restore back to the judicial system. If anything would spoil Crampa, not our judicial system, because I want to many over to say, Yabua any Yanko court, Anambua. And so for me, I am supporting what is going. And I had the same minister, the former Attorney General is complaining. But on our reference say, you were taking somebody to court every day, in daily basis. Okay, a sitting member of Parliament. Your friend say, just a question, my friend say. The case, no. Who's the Attorney General made it any forcing and Japa case, so you could see the way they were pursued. So I can tell you, say, we now have confidence in our judiciary. Let them go ahead. If the prima facie as it is, let the committee go. The committee must go and sit. And I don't think anybody can gang these 2 lawyers, judges that they should not go ahead to sit in the committee. I think they've even lost the case. They've lost the case. Kabelesu case, no. Yesterday, Omusu, they've lost the case, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the court is the committee.
You're trying,
You're trying.
You're trying Chief Justice and so dear. Now, no, so say to the lawyer. Fred Damiswa Fale, another was Supreme Court.
Said they will sit on it.
Yeah.
The Lord will say, look, we want our court to be professional. Ghana first. What you say? Former national security coordinator and minister Meboa. Catch or call UPSA and I have a conference or cast the way every day the 7-1, unanimously. It was not in good for the government. Yes, I don't care. Your friend, former minister of national security. Your friend,
former minister of
national security.
Albert Kandapa.
Okay. You court that unanimously. This is it. Unanimously. This is it. That was what was happening in our court, and so nobody was now have confidence. Say more case. I'm in for court because you don't know if you go and they tag you as one of the political party in opposition. Then they want some more. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But at least sanity must prevail, and I think that the Chief Justice should go ahead to act. He should go ahead to act, and then when the case finished, and they said. So Kofi, President Mahama should appoint somebody who have Ghana at heart, someone who will sit and make sure that I've sworn into the constitution. I am going to hold the constitution to do the work, and not any political party or any president will sit somewhere and direct. That is what she lost. Because she should have known, say, as a chief justice, so far as you are sworn into office, no, you are not for everybody. Get like the president sworn an oath that he will do good to all manner of persons. And that's what we expect them. They are national figures, and we should behave as such. So for me, I think that I'm in support of what the Supreme Court did some 2 days ago or 3 days ago. No?
Okay. Abusia Fonti, Vice President Wabalande.
Akwaba.
Na Professor Jenano Pokwajimai. First Lady, President Mahama. Any First Lady. Mama Lodina Mahama ena womu ekoshia no. Airport. Na said ya mama no ho asia ye fe no. Eya na. Oh yes, because Osha no obi o 70s. Na why campaign across the country. And adwunyina no mo me oh ne ho ayefe. Ghana for kasa o Ghana for kasa papa. And finally and Vice President one Mama Lodina Mahama ena President ejina chire no enti no eniji aba ma me koya oba time pa Ghana for nyina na wo so okọ break no because after say almost start adwuma na hu say ma me na wa stress out no wa break enti na wo so okọ gina home
the president need to
ne ho ayefe pa President Mahama so kwa so no so kwa rest bio abema hweba na free so nya kwa viviatna atonto sinti wa yire ho amena na besa wa fe wo twa de awo mamunsia wo yale etino omka ena kunani ena mi kuna waja me ena mitiwei ena mi ni buafo ye ja mu amese ya ni mra ye ho so ne ya pampam ena ma hyedwa coffee blow mesi ye ja mu aho ya ni mra ye ho so ne ya pampam ne yesen so ena mbe hyedwa Ghana forma ena wu tumie no me ne me ma ye fi anu konkopem dan ena Ghana ya dindindin ena he ya na matena 8 years ni ena se na wusu wu tumie no na wu tumi se me nkobo tutu ana ena kwam he ya na metia he ya na me de metia me hwe me ma me si ya ja Ghana forma yesen so me si wu ja Ghana forma ya ni mra ho so no Flagstaff House ani mu ho no na ho ma market center World Trade Center Ghana forma because obia wasemka ena mi kuna wuo ena mi mema munsia ena mi tiwanumi ena be ma me na wa na adwuma aseye ena mi tiwami na mi hwekunu ena me na mi hwe ma enti beblebe ya mo so ya homache nonan ena mutudu amokọ amu ba nyina mudu na adwa mo mere edu na adwa mo mere Ghana forma ebebo 4 first na me ko Benin na me ko Benin na me free fie bi ha 1 am ko fa ne ma bi ha me ko Benin Nigeria 1 am Ghana forma si aboso ebi kura pan ebi kura kenten etimide bia me ka se oba bia wo betena on mama be mesisu be mabu kwase bia ya wonya adwuma bia no wo sa wo ba no wadwene nye obi ton amako ehwefie obi ton jene ehwefie anajo kroma nipa na o enkrofo na nipa na obi ekọ obi eba de one ni kru ni mabedie akwadefo no omutimitina mema ho a wo mpam kwadefo no ba wo ye lazy na ba me sibam no na be me buru no wo papa nanim wo bobo na sum wo foma me mana omo ye womanizers no ma fom diefo no me nana oso mo fom ma di no oba te ho no te ho saa ne ye buru no domestic violence ni ye sibam no because we ye lazy oba saa kumase antena anom ne saa wo mu shoyi ema no mu kwasisu no ena me ne be ma wo nan ena wo nhweme ye ena be ma no ena wo di mani we jimi papa I'm telling you today we your hairdresser me hairdresser primeni on daily basis or sister mother a friend sister mother me ti wanu mi de bia me ntwa susukwanya me 200 Ghana o se de bia okra me timi save 500 cedis na just what me say ye bet na condition mu ye waste your time enso mu ye bom bu ye hairdresser o se de bia o twa susu 200 cedis de bia o timi nya 1000 Ghana cedis what me say the 1 week sika kora nnu mi pay hairdresser o enti wono no sori anopa no akwa no kwakwa ye adwuma wo be ma no wo ko manfo di a ofa ho bai ai se wo ko solome a opon ko fie a wabre wada woni adaje de okogina ado medwam eton mako eton nyadoa anopa wa bom atietie mu apantena wakwa aba edu anwumre no nsia na wadi ni dwa kakra na akọ no aduane a be ma no ofa ho no anyamra kwante na akọ ho ahwan chese mi kuro mu kumasifo ni nkurase ye bia kra de du ba bia me dwedwedwe na menti ase enkurase ye bia e wo bra wo na edu wo nsadu wo pampam wo ho yade mu bu wungu de wo wa hode na no me call me eyi lady you pam me niam ho ababa wa bi abetena TV no so me ni ko me rebi because ye nkurase sem ya wase wo 29 years wo hwe na aso wo 72 na wani be mate ho ensu he de be ma na ye no ono won pam onye hwe enkrofo age pavement so aboso yi onko pe ba bi na nkoton amako unkoton onyadoa unkoton jene unkoton ayi amane na fa hwe wukunu no he be ma no kwa gya na fa hwe ho mi lady you pam me me you ba no pa ne nan ne nsa nyina ye busy ya wo pon be 6:30 wono opon no okwa wo be ma no so opon no okwa wode wo ye dey so ahu mechanic patch o me ye show wa me wo radio so ti scan de me o china me de be send why tina afrefrem on sa be ka scan china so ahu enti no me se me sorry na me hu de wi ankrofo ebi free central region obi free western region obi free greater Accra na me krom kumase fo man de eti na Kevin Taylor so ya wadi atam de eti na Kevin Taylor so ya kumase fo ma wadi me se ye ho gye ankasa he me na ma me to me ye radio adwuma I can't remember me ne ko be jesi ye adwuma ofra me obrefo sabre me sorry efa ka ko Benin me eye return January me kwa me na me free 1 AM ade abachi be se ayi 12 midnight na ba bedu ma sa ba bedu Ghana ma ko fa ne ma beto na me sa ye radio adwuma ansa na kingdom ye ni PRO me nya kwadufo ti na me nu sa na ayo adwo se obu me kwasea na ne ma ye di na me hwe me nya kwadufo I'm not lazy me ye lazy a enkamada pa be dadi se de me si pe life nko obi abehunu se na ma wadwuma kora anye wo pe nye but me nya kwadufo eti ha adwuma ye obi pay so sene wo pa but wo dress sene 10 times wo dress sene 10 times wo fa wo sene 10 times o mu kwa mu pay so no kwa no mu dress nye ya no kwa ye pay so no ya no na wuhia ye primine because ye nye lazy me na ma me bi kwa kantamanto na me ko twa force bill no me yi selection na me de na mo me de agu me kam na mo office enti bi usu bebu me kwase a yankopon na nu bedi o se nka fun me timi ensa yi mu ensa bibia o ne emre no so anaso so enti se wo sori na wo ye brefo a wo sori nkotena enye ema be membu kwase be mensisiw na wo ntete na wo mpro na wo nsei ene one me wo ye no wo hwa akoda no ye nyina mema ne ya wa wo man hwe ye ma but ya hwe ye ma mo ko invest esa kwa hwe enkura foforo kora ka ho because ye brefo enti Ghana ma mi hu ma na ye pam wa mi ebi su areho because wan kwa abusu ye da but fortunately Zubati Kumasi was a mebu obia, yenji obia near man sen, ye sign lie. Greater Accra, me was a yen to obia, yen brew obia, and ju obia near ma, ye sign lie, mundi pa, because a pum coco gufia, a mamma ni bisabia da pa for, a mouth from dear for, and a mono mo babra. Etimuna mo sorry a mo say mo mregum ho ani mu ase e ma mesia na wo mo TV so na wo su na wo kan kwase asem na just utumi so ye kurasi ni 100% say 1000% nsuo wo hwe na utumi so ye kurasi ni 1000% Unya kurasinia won sorry kwatena TV so enam ne be ma ne wo nan ene won hwem ena wo ye ubode be bra adepamfo wo sika wo kromu a eno opam slit ni kaba epam straight dress ya di omoje eti yefo wo sika wo kromu ha adwadifo mayo mu wo wodwami kwahwe dan ya wo mu sisie wo mu si dan de oton mako de oton tomanto se primaifo madam fu bi mo hwe kwahye ma kwaro so konkon janhye friend sister ama oye kelewele oye primaire ni pa sister ama ye primaire ni pa first no trinity ye wona form de ne mefra brochire ba kelewele wura eniemo obekwa akoyi ni mannan se se da bremienu kura wa brochire tuan ne manyina akukọ suku akese akese ono nko na hwe wo mo kelewele wura o eniema wo begyan na nemu a wo beyie no wa wo so te office no nyo nkono no oye brefo ensifikase ko hu ni fi a wosim yam hyem kelewele ti munya nkura sesam na de akye ene ye kwante na ne ye fa ne si ya na mu ti ni so hu obaby 13 years aso 65 because ono no apam na so wonwe ne to no wata ene ode ne bibia gu be ma so eji se be ma bu ni kwase kakra bia na da pa daddy be ma de ni fa kwambo ni kakra bi so na ne ma ye mobo munwe moto na monta na munya adwuma me ya santini ti me katwi pa so melo mama video bi hwe ka so eno na video bi trendy na video ndem hu ya ne se ka so aho traffic light pa kaftan yes 500 bright wase wo pam kaftana 500 Ghana cedis ya na ye wesi time office pa o de bia se busumi bia timi pam kaftan 10 kura hwe masa eya mo ham ho office adwumo ne mfa so bia ni so mo ham ho office a waste of time, especially obi office no a driver a waste of time, especially private sector no what 500 no just no just 700 no 800 be ma wa yire wo ma he ana bright say opam kaftana 500 busun bia opam 10 kura ye say 5000 na ha ho say ma bo degree na ye ti aka 2000 na ye ti aka 25 be say faso bia ni so shen kwa hwini no obi ton makwa da bi o 200 Ghana cedis so ate condition yo yonko no nyo yonko ni bia me se ade a me hu anura ne ne de me hu ya ne se traffic light a esika so ano ya bo canopy atwa traffic light no hu ahia eti ase ye business ahye ne ma wase a ye ton but ene reset agenda ni ntino canopy no o makwa akobubu e de agufom na ye bubu canopy no wo hwe eniema a chese canopy no e wa ase a enipa bibini wusu ye nipa o so enipa bibini Ahmed Baba I said that is how they have been programmed to think in the name of marriage. Oh yeah, no or the ring so come kwani ahokyere nkwa niema e ma na yete won moton niema o enti pavement so asem a ye kan ya wo kan ne e ba ba chi wa wi ne e ba ba bu wi ene ya hye nsemna ne ya hye niema no traffic light na si won mo no ene o mo di canopy akuri so ene ya hye dwa e wa ase se wo kwa kasa si a ena wo pam ye no kurani ba ma wunsia mi kuna wuaja me ena me manum ena ba ma nhwe me Ghana for ma se ya hwe suo enti ye ntimi enye the right thing emo ma ne nkoso ni nyina ye leadership crisis aya ne ye ka no se nye change of government na ba ya enka traffic light no way 8 years ni no ya kuriso enie this is the video and that's on where traffic light yeah what say ye adwuma it is a traffic light na enye adwuma no na kire say traffic ebesi wo ho saa enti ka so akuro no mu no ase wo so de enso ye traffic traffic basis na nipa nko na nipa ma wo badwuma no pa wo bebre wo pon na akofia wo bebre because human activities nipa adwuma a wo ye no a disconnected traffic lights here she say a directed traffic no wase no wonu no edi ni dwa e wo ho onu no wo di ni dwa wo ho enti wase traffic no enye adwuma enti car na ebi nko na ebi aba. This is Ghana for you. Enti Ghana for na wo mutiri se afro barometer na e buy na wo mutiri se Ghana betimi se nipa be se 56-57% say change of government ama ene de besi no enye ku enye military regime kwa na betimi de asiesie o man wo leadership wo leaders president ya nyakopa ma ni wisdom why plan knowledge common sense or the common sense ebu o man ya you don't need a military ruler. So babe do o man so no man na ye wunya so jaban Ibrahim Traore wunya ni jaban wunya Meli aban de wuhia eye President John Dramani Mahama president ya oda awodwen enema we kwaso wo Ghana ha sei no MPP for omo no ma ye biza omo bo amukro no so some of these things no na emfa wo mo ho Sansa wo no ma ye biza omo bokro no se wo man ni be develop wo man ni be ye yie no eno no na eye wo mo third secondary matter na eno kra nka wo mamamuo eno wo mabrabo ho because ye hu ne ma wo Ghana ha no wo bisa se enti sa o man we a country called Ghana le we movie a country called Ghana sa wo man we ne wo mpanifo an wo mu di so ne wo ministers ye wo responsibilities near MMC is ya no more MMDC is ya na wo more responsibilities no wo mu say ya appoint wo mu ya to abama nkrofo bi a solely say o mu menwu no wo man no mo man ntumpon because niema ye de ye ni ehunu no enema ne nkire say na ye o man no e wo mpanimfo bi a na o mu di o man no so ase no o man no da ho no mu empty o man no dampan there was no leadership na bibia nya adwuma wo Ghana ha say awa kumsin say wutu senya enti no akoto no sorry ana waje ayi ehwo no maboso no enti no wonim de na ekoso wakaso a meyo de na akoso ekoso won kran ha say we wudu kwame nkoma circle sabe ho no makoda ne ayi junkies abodamfo asetena mu wo yi circle Dubai ya President Mohammed si yi asie pa wudu ho bola ne ya hye ewo du na eni party ho baby a ya hye bola no eni pa hyedwa overhead na sen eni pa hyedwa bola nchen eni pa hyedwa ene ho no madane junkies atena ye ene ho ya basa tantantan as if said there was no leadership ni eni regional minister ni eni AMA mayor ewo krom ha sei de ye gina so aye to abade ma wo mo no na no enye wo ma agenda na wo mo no ma agenda ni ye different ade na wo mu tirim no na edifa from there Ghana fo ye hu ya ye de kwa to abade ma wo mo no na no enka wo ma dwendwen ho na wo ma dwendwen ni se omo de omo ba oman no kro no boso omo bebo oman no kro no enti nuana na wo mo ebo Nano mehu kumase Zuba was started the prisoners Kumasi Central Prison for no was started Edwomo air clinic Kumasi Zuba a started Edwomo air clinic Kumasi Omo krano hit ni kwa mushemene ya no mkro ma bre Omo gu prison bebre why congested Oma bre it is on daily basis and I say be a week biano. You want to pay about 3 times. I'm running shift. Never from bra be clean be form be clean. For I'm brand be clean. I'm qua pe 50 be my woman. Circle any to do no. Baby I hear woman no. You want to pay prisoners you want to pay. No more make clean. Gutters no more team. No more clean. Omo ye adwuma ni wi a mumpe kakra na mumfa mema wo mu no mumfa nko instead say better sika de ma Zoomlion kwa no obu nkrofo ma kwase a Ghana de ye no nipa bi free say kwase abuo na no bebu nkrofo saa Zoomlion edi ni kan omo ma kan so ne to aso saa Kumasi edum business at gatem business at gatem ewo Kumasi edum Zuba other side or see we free Accra ba baby a wudi kan pie we free we be free take one mo na wo ba e ho no mu wo fi enti we free ase ya wa start here or start here no de wo ya ne say prisoners en wodo mu e clinic Kumasi mo start my videos no reset agenda ne de ye reset enti ewom ye reset your attitude ne ye reset your mindset si ye ntimi ye reset your ankase ye suban ene ya brabo ene ya adwen ene ya namontu a oman ne enye yeda because oman no ye ya Ghana for ye na ye say ye man se obi eye foreigner na se oba Ghana ha say ya se wo Ghana ni wadi wachi no wanto bola anto fam a ono so wanto fam but oba no osua wo no hu se Ghana fo se bibinu mu ye moa wo mu didi wi a gata mu eno mu ye bola gu a foreigner no so didi wi a gata mu no de bola be kwa akoguo ti ye ya kasa nya reset ye suban ene ya brabo ne ye hu ne ye ho a judge fo na obi nya case ne ni be begina ho no mu a instead say mo be ma ne say bia onko ya communal labor ne ejeli ni 1 year 2 years enfa so bia ni so 3 months communal labor no ogina central market no ogina tudu no clean na police for protect no o clean okwa US no ma stars celebrities no nyina no e wo munya cases asabi ni ya na ye wo mo wo follow a stars ni bebre wa no mu a se o show ne misconduct bia ene suban bia na okokota dia de man na ye se obeya communal labor obeya adwuma ye betwa de man se 1 month clean ha 2 months clean ha nano a Greek minister ba ha o se prisoners ye de bi nu ba be ye mfuo o mu be di bi ye beton bi enti ya start e the cleaners ye cleaning e wo Kumasi bola na o ma boa no Zoomlion emu rubber nyina e wadoade ye rubber o mu piki nyina wadoade ye bola no ada bola no so no eno so de ye fertilizer or the ye fertilizer enti ne ya na me ka se hwe obetua nkrofo ne kayia mo ma ya adwuma ne ye de o de ba ko tuatua bribe no de ba ko tuatua ye wo prisoners bebre wa Ghana ha bebre nkran bi wa ha nsawan bi wa ha Kumasi region bia be ko bia no various districts municipal no money ade de ya na emu cleaning no enya adwuma bia eden ba bia adwuma no ye den ya market centers no ba bia adwuma no eye den eye market na any transport yard mu a enipa bodom pim wo hono no enya adwuma bia eden ya assemblies entimi nye enye dwuma bia ehu wo mu kutakuta sa tricycle no wheelbarrow no wo mu ya dwuma wia no masesa no mu de agum me na me busuani bia ni hono mu a Zoomlion adwuma se wo kwa akoye clean wo kwa akoye bida onye utia nka 500 kra wonye enti me meti anma me meti ya se nu Zoomlion adwuma se begu sengu emfa me ho ba de enti ayemu bi yani abre ye kwase ebuo ya adwuma wiafo buo mu workers wo Ghana ha kwase ebuo ya adwuma wiafo ebuo mu workers e wo Ghana ha ya no mu free se omanya nipa agimifo no mo do mo ye adwuma sa na Zoomlion afa Zoomlion workers sweepers ne sa na wafa wo mo ti wanya nkwase afo no do mo ye emfunu mu nyuma ento bola na wo mu tuo no emu rubber e wo do de ye emu nwura na nkasa wasan so de fertilizer aba beton wo tua kwabrane ma mi bi ka 250 Ghana cedis prison officers wo ho wo mo betimi afankrofo na pia ba be clinic reset agenda say no ntina Ghana cedi ni eye yie no because unnecessary expenditure no ye kati nwura ni nyina agu enwura na our system ni mu no a enti Emma Ghana si dia se no ye cut that unnecessary expenditure ni nyina de free mu na se betime atua obi ka 250 Ghana cedis ama na clean asenwura ama na ye dia eye de ne hokoma obi ehu 850 esa akra ka se ayi wa review e de ko more than 1000 we betu aka 450 Ghana cedis now aka we ye managerial de ndie we ye de ben de bay eya afa bribe wa wutua de ma parliament committee ni politicians no eno de won twire nhyem eno ne de on fa nka ho bie enti Ghana frase ye adwuma but the next 6 months every time me yanko prim December no na Ghana ye clean na Ghana te say nwura ball enti mo a mo ti TV ni radio so a mo de ya set agenda de ama mo na mayire mo ho e na se aban na hwe yi a Ghana ball be gu Ghana e na se aban na ye yi a me ba bia me metie no apart from say me come market center me hu ball a wo ba bia me hu ball a wo ba bia enti sa market center honom se ntimi mfa nipa besa 100 a on be clean honom na ne o man ne da honom ne da honom sei se various assemblies na dia no mo te honom mo ye MMDC si dia na mo gu honom a wo mo ye e dia na MMDC so mo Ghana ha e dia nya na wo mo ye enti se wuntimi enclean wo municipality wo district na wo ye MCE wo ye DC na wo so mfaso ne sei na assembly wo na wo te no wo so mfaso ne de yi Uye eme mayor na sa yede Greater Accra ha say ha yi kakra yi ha kanye Greater Accra mo kwam si Greater Accra yede ha ya amount metropolitan ya hye wonsa na sa wuntimi enclean mu a na wo adwuma na wo so ye eme mayor na wo so mfaso de den na se mu aye ball mu aye fia na wo so mfaso ne say wanya position say wo de beje bribe wo de bepe hu wo de benya sika It's in America say 8 years or more who woman. They were so irresponsible, they were useless. A useless government, useless administration, and a Ghana ya witness no. You're so irresponsible. Now I'm on Ghana for him. No, I'm on June Ghana and Puntu because say what do you know mind ho a won your mind say won destroy your mind say GPL to you for me who new list omo de aba omo say o mate transport fare so e better key effect weekend di o mind na yetimu no me say edu ba bia driver for the ya na yetimi wo mo pa apart from drivers yetimi wo yetimi obi abi good time members keke kansem ene ne ma makofa aba o muntimi nteso sankrofo wei 2021 2022 2023 2022 mu anopa okoto ade na ye 10 cedis a se dollar ye 15.5 for 10 cedis awia 12 se dollar ye 15.6 a obetum ebedu anwumre se dollar ye 15.8 a obetum the following day say dollar edu 60 na obetum but ene edwadi for ne catch Ghana for say omuntimi ntini ma no sisi ya te dollar so after January ebe ya dollar nam 16 15 ya te swa dollar enam 11 point something but edwadi for Ghana ha no mo say ene ma no omu import ya no mo de buy no omuntimi nteso enti still omu ne ma boarding Eniema na ya no Ghana ha say no still ebi o ma tete so nkakra but e was so mo te so drastically e was so ye twere dollar ne bomo de adu 10 cedis a mo betene ye be force ma tene ma so se dollar no kakra se dollar e ba be do 10 cedis a ye be force mo betene ma so yet Ghana ha say within a week mutimi to ade abuo mu be 100% because dollar 16 area edu 16.5 enumere edu 16.8 obi timi hole ne niema na ode agu ho obi etimi ko shop so akwa akota ade obetwa ne ho se wo kɔ baabi akɔ bisa aba no onkonko bisa de na wo mmra no na baabi kɔ no gya no wasa atum se dollar kɔsoro but no abani entimi any control over pricing and goods entino enedwadi fo na ka kire Ghana for say yate dollar so a yentimi nhye wo mo say o mo nte ne ma bo so because almost say sika na kofa ye no mo de baaye and je say na o say sika na kofa na de baaye no o to na boode na nu anya mfa so bum no o say sika na ketua bi na wo de akwa kofa ne ma ba Ghana dwadi ni free say wono nkoa no de onya sika ye da bia o so onya mfa so bum ema ne customers ema consumers esofa why na enim de see ye wo krom ha say on daily basis mo na mo to niam adwadi fo mo gu Ghana na mo to niam na eya wo mo ho ahyi ye gutafo 2016 2017 aban papa aba MPP for aboso kan for asante for kwawfo achemfo ya wo mo na nyankopam ahye wo mo dwatire ekwa broche kwa niam abeton e wo Ghana ha ye to abawie ya sa be na dollar eye 4.2 no ehwa na motete mu niam so dollar ebe free president Mills Mahama free 120 pesos ekwa yakod mototo niam bum 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 toto niam mu sa but ye to abawie ya na na ekufo do bom ya ba ya pe na motete mu niam abo so sa bra no gutafo Dr. Ben se kura no nkofo ebisasa wo doctor no nya no we sabre no gutafo sabre nam kofa ne ma me good dem spare parts dealers importers am wo Ghana ha 2017 na ye to aba NDC lusu ye no ya mote se NDC ye lusu no amoso mo beboa MPP abai amana ye yie enti motete mo ne ma boso no asama na mi bisa mo ne se sabre ne de na mo kofa ne ma me good dem na makofa ne ma be good dem but adwem bone political party colors eye red eye blue eye white ya efrem ni adwadi form wo Ghana ha atwa ho ntema eye ho party ekọ ho na ase asore se mo aban aba enti motete mo niema so enkran mote mo niema so kumasefo te wo mo niema so na mo import niema ne de aba ne ye di bronya wie se ya ne ye be di bronya na mu use 4 cedis 20 pesos e di import ne ma baye na do buy January February dollar aside so mkwaje dollar bi o mu wi o mkwaje dollar bi bebe gu mu no na makofa ne ma na baba mo tete so adwem boni ene me ye MPP ni me ye MPP ni enti me de meboa ma NDC ani magu ase eno ne eye mo saa no enti ne no omo ankasa no ayusu nsam edi defend wo mo ho omu ntimi ntete ne ma so because oba kofa ne ma na badada ena duty amitwi aye ena me kofa ne ma ne baaye ena exchange rate dollar rate am duty ya duty ena sabra me kofa ne ma no na dollar no eye 16 sa na kofa ne ma no wa buy fun ena net so wa buy fun wa buy MPP akufo do ba mia aban fun ena net so aban fun ena net so me se ye twen dollar no tiba na beti nso aba na tidru 10 cedis a mo de mo ntra ga hana mo kan kire se mo na mukuta musika ena makofa mo niema na mo ton enti de mo pe na mo de begie because mo de mo ye MPP fo udru ayi a okanshi kwahwe ko tudu kwahwe ko kantamantu dwem kwahwe wura kumasi dwem kwahwe baby a be wura bia no MPP fo 80% enti o mu free say omu nekuta ayi ebe di business omu nekuta enti dwem pe no omu de je ene dollar no eno ana ye 11.9 ene atiaba 11.8 me se etiba na ba bebedu 10 cedis a mon kan kire Ghana fo say monte so ye be force me ama mate so check me bag ye kura me wey bag wey say me $200 a sabra I quite remember we dem even say $200 a na $100 1,007 and it's 1,007 mienu 3,400 and ɛna sɛ me to asa bag we ya 3400 na sɛ ne a drop e de aba be sɛ 2300 ya amemo na ye fun pa wo me ye calculation ma hu sɛ sɛ na memo ni ye fun pa teacher sɛ na sa abrɛ $100 1,007 and the 200 I say 3,400 and I say $2,200 no about 2,000 best say 2,300 and something if I say 2,300 and I say hey say I'm going for na money na fumu ba oh when they say they better pa because say $100 about 1,180 and 2,002 kra enti adenti na wusisi nipa catch a gun and Lisa won't mean Tinia boss. And then good man, why MPP new? Why MPP ni? Why your MPP ni? MPP agenda and one more. MPP really ya pet. No more ya press conference. Yamina nemo. Anna Moan Casano, the about too much more Chrome has say, Yankopon. Okay, and then I do 11.8. Ama and pound sterling 15.8. Selling 15.8490 euro bar aba from euro and I'm 13.3 euro aba 13.3 euro koya kokodru e be set 1,100 euros now it was around 8,009 but a euro 2,004 and no person catch me say untimi ntia de so because NDC aban and was so enko for complaining. Esa se so hunu se ade na ayete radio so ayeye dede na aye ka no se aban na ebo no homoden exchange rate air drop it sidi na appreciate sidi no air hoden air ba so sidi na ahoden ba so by the end of the day ordinary Ghanaian e person wo benefit wo hunu se ade na aye ka no aye adwuma na se yete wo kofa ne ma ba na se sika na drop ya wo fa ade ne 1,007 ade na ba 1,002 a wo se mente so de me de beji anam de beji Trade Minister Mami Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare ya mamumre President Mahama ya mamumre Finance Minister ya mamumre ani Rollins stand na wosi use kwatisimu ani atiesim an attack force na wosi omutisimu a e woso omutisim ne ye hwedwadifo no sa wo mu no a omu sori MPP pieto no omu hyenkyadwem bone kwa na wo omutirimu no ne ya force om no matene ma boso because omu ntimi enjoy e ma ye so ye mre Tama na moto ne ma bom no na motwen mun twen even a week mpo woto ade abom ne ade enu anumre ne yatom a wosa atom otum omuto ne ma bum okoto oil okoto ade enema no kwa ye no wo Ghana ha kwa na wose ehwe ne sa ne ma na Unilever no mo ne ada ne ma na wose ye eno de wose kwa bia so ye hye wo ma wo mo teso enema kakasia ba ko na be nam 24 and nam 24 ni 25 e wose ye teso ne ma na ye wo Ghana wose ye teso ne ba ye chi abefa make 4 cities e de akọ 10 cities ne 11 cities afa make kakasia 6 cities e de akọ 25 Ghana cities and then the audacity said Dr. Bomiafi say owo position owo moral right so lecture Ghana for about the economy. Dr. Baumia, you should be the last person, the least and na Ghana economy see kasa Dr. Baumia be be because Dr. Baumia is jejefo. Dr. Baumia is Ghana brosam or ya Ghana busuefo munsu me. Who need any moral rights, Dr. Baumia? Any MPP for say when we are talking about the economy. Some more MPP for Dr. Baumia can be. Obukwa jina abrochire na wa lecture Ghana for na wa to ayam pia ka kire say NDC ban we introduce policies bia. Na what Dr. Baumia wo gold reserves wo gold for oil. Na say gold no reserves na 30 tons no. Say na etimi ma si dia hoden eba soro e ma dollar drop de ada na Dr. Baumia wanye. Hwe Dr. Baumia head economic management team. Finance Minister Ken Oforiata on any ati adonwa woma so Ken Oforiata fa ne nyehwe EMT economic management team enipa na wo mote wano no Bank of Ghana governor Ernest Addison o madan say TV ni remote and wo mu control nu President Akufo-Addo and na busuafo Ken Oforiata o mu control nu omo ye ne say zombie and omo control ni say ya twes kama ye say and wo ye and Dr. Bawumia no so a ono say vice president no ono so omo ye ne say zombie and omo di ni si wano mo nti won ka hwe and whole Ghana population 33 million enipa ba ko kanu foriata and na control man economy and amo say wo man no and na vice president kwade no hododo no efiri so mo ba ye ya okoye o ma ye so be ba wo ma ye hwe nipa mienu adwuma a wo mo ye Dr. Siama governor hwe finance minister Dr. Tuforce ne other team members hwe adwuma a wo mo ye and then the audacity said Dr. Bawumia ebetu kwan akwakoye economic omo no mbefre wo Ghana ha apart from MPP for 38% for na omo befra se be lecture wo mo no say various universities no near the idea we year program na first na utu futo no mu bu respect we fi say that be where e ka economy ne ma wuni mu no and e bi si okroma bia mu agi say UK no ni US no near the ade na ho no ma na abeko akwakototo sa yampia no because ene Ghana ha no ugina baabi auditorium baabi ugina domu anim na say Dr. Bawumia wo start say wo ka say nipa be serew enipa be huru God reserve say God reserve na wo se wunya mo una mo keep gold our Bank of Ghana hono mo no say na etimi ma dollar e drop here enka e drop ba from pa because the MPP the just one NDC the just 1 ton and aka ho na say dollar etimi a drop it from January 16 15 aba bedu 11.8 e ya common sense na waka kira me say wona wo wodi ade no fa ade ni free 4% and it cost 17 cities 18 cities no wo good ideas to manage the economy we introduce policies ya wo betimi di strategize a plan ahihye ne ma me na ye wo no a wo fa no 4 cities no and the koya kokodru 18 cities o pese Ghana ni hu ni say wo de ba ne say chu empo yanya research ni nkeka mom ya ka research ni bom na sa ko kan de ende wutimi ye but e ba ne say ayi ya friend say say ya application dia wo lack that sense no ya apply enfanya adwuma dia wuni bi Dr. Bawumia wuni bi wuni any moral right say Dr. Bawumia wo be kasa ba Ghana's economy e wo bra Dr. Tuforce mo ye adwuma wuni that right and then who say MPP ni bia post say and then they bo Tuforce abaso ade ne yam bo vice president abaso NDC ba ye mente say economic management team no e vice president na head since NDC ba power no me na ma me mente say we say economic management team no e professor Jena no pokwadma na head edi ametie Dr. Tuforce edi ametie governor Dr. Esiama edi ayatia no apart from said mienu wenu minti hwi biem waje wo man destroy wo man na wo he na mo abrofo no so ya mo so mo fro bi so na obra me lecture about economy ya mo hu nipa mo frɛ na mo hwɛ nipa ne background where the person is coming from onya opportunity 8 years ndia waya wo man no waje wo man a eka 122 billion Ghana cedis na da ho what do a man can add with 721 billion mokoya external debt restructuring ena ya creditors 2.8 billion dollars a chair ya call IMF International Monetary Fund ya koye debt restructuring program yi back and forth ena chese ya ka 2.8 billion dollars ena mo de che 2.8 billion dollars do e be cedis na nke de ka 721 billion Ghana cedis na enka close to the wo ho what pick Ghana inflation na inflation you say 15% etimi di kwaya kokodu 54%. Dr. Bawumia moral right be na wo e dey lecture about the economy from 15% inflation to 54%. Time my MPP for ye dede wo Ghana ha butubutu gidi butubutu ya mu ya nkwase ya dede kira Ghana for say Russia Ukraine wo COVID no na Benin inflation 5%. Togo inflation was around 3%. Benin 3%. Togo was around 5%. Nigeria almost decades one inflation equal 22%. all the neighboring countries. Burkina Faso no na ya single digit no. Every coast no na inflation no baby ah. But more the COVID and the Russian-Ukraine war, yim one na inflation and 54%. The audacity sa wo Dr. Bomia. Wo beka Ghana, wo beka bibia about Ghana's economy. Na be Ghana ni sa Ghana ni Jimmy. Na wo policies are we introduce yama Ghana a car from 120 billion to 721 billion. Inflation from 15% to 54%. No, wo person say we na onimu nyansa, we na enimu ade about the economy. When it comes say you discuss about economy there, and Dr. Baumia, you think we are fools? Debt to GDP, na you say Ghana debt to GDP, ya mbebe to ya. O mine eka, ya na eda so. Ya ti di o mine edwa pade e bibia kekabo mu a. President Mahama na mo friend the incompetent Mahama no. Na 54% debt to GDP. Debt to GDP akoya kodu 104%. Debt to GDP akoya kokodu 104%. Ya chese Ghana na esi wonu no. Ya ji mu bibia kwase edi tua ye ho aka. Na ye san so kura yin additional sika from and ye de pisu de tua ho aka. Ye nya junk economy. Junk economy. Ebi si Ghana da. Ya kwa emefa kwa ba de odu o man dru ye no. Economic risk di ni mizaya no ne ade ade. De odu o man dru ye no. Empepenso Ghana dru ye no. Ne ye nu bi da. Debt restructuring program ye na ye hu abeg ye creditors ye pa wo mo chow China for the Ghana ni my form revenue process aye munya edi free koko mu mfa bi mra me sia wowa is ayi electricity tariffs amoje bills amoje mfa bi mra me guarantee ye collateral ansa na assign mo ayi di amamo na mo nam Paris club na mo ye meetings na mo kwa na mo ba Dr. Bomia where were you na he fa na wo again na Dr. Bomia na wo and look at say me die ya me sorry ya me ti say Dr. Bomia the audacity and then me see video bi am say Dr. Bomia ka say NDC ba do kono boa ye den wo ye otrofo wo ye kontomponi enye bon kwa na Dr. Bomia wa bon enye bon kwa say ye nya vice president wa bon wo san so kan no who told you say ye to do kono bo when I catch you say ye to do kono bo Dr. Bomia wo ko to bi why na kachira wo say enedwo Mahama Ghana no ye to dokunu buom ne ye tum edi besi January enema o mu tum December January na moteso no ye ntu bibia buom ebiemu wo Ghana ha enkabi Dr. Bomi enkabi because mo lack that right, that moral right no mo lack. You people were so incompetent, mo ye so irresponsible, reckless. Adwom boni na mo sound so ye wicked. What are the criminals can we do see besi? What the criminals can we do no besi u say say wicked na sadly. So mo say ye criminals can we do say ye see u. Hwe kwan ya wo Dr. Bamia de Ghana afa so. You were all over and mo che chire pon am de to mo communicators stream say baby a wo na bia kasa COVID kasa Russia Ukraine war. And ka woman lectures no waka say COVID Russia Ukraine war Russia Ukraine war COVID see Ghana na moto le President Mahama ko kan State of the Nations address energy sector mo be to kasa energy sector bunch of criminals and ye to abade mam na mo be di yeso and na mo fa nipa ye moa na nyankopon aboa na say nipa ni abie ni ya to aba ni yatum a Musa opposition hono mu eye nkwase dede kire Ghana fo e be say wo Dr. Bamia me say abrafo no ane MPP for 38% no wo mu ana mu benya wo mu aye sa dede ne de a kire wo mu a by 57% for no ye nia nwa ye nia te mu ntimi deceive ye biem ba Dr. Bamia sa dede ni jaye dede no jaye because sad deni sense munu amudi ye no enu ti na political party ti say MPP edu baabi no party amu na mu bum ho say mo de mo ye middle class for enim di four party no say enim di four no hu say mo deceive wo mo ya dada for mo ye nkontompo for mo nka no kore ento mo nyina da ne mo chidi ma mo doctor runs for jamponum economists for mu Ghana ha professors ni doctors for mu Ghana ha no mo a wo mu du omachi no it got to a point a on realize who say mo ya akromfo mo be bo wo man ne krono ma me bu man mon kanche Dr. Baumia seminar na me wiei me si oni any moral right si ya kasa ba Ghana economy a na se rush your friend say Trump wo dwuni huei na so one China fo anya opa owia one other countries oni Germany fo anya one hihi fo anya dollar emra 4 cedis me fa ho bai Ghana dwadi ni emfa no ho de woni mu an se dollar swati de Ghana dwadi ni eni mu an se dollar eswati enu anu no moreover crowd Russia Ukraine way ejinem na nu ya Russia Ukraine president call Trump way ya Trump ni di see ani a work ya way o dress bas ni dress ya sense to kwese dress bas ya o mototo ma anu yi e wo White House wo hwe dress o de na mo no ma wo mo ede bobo no a wo sole ye ya wo ko ye papa yi wo sole ni din ni ye prekesi mi ntimi moyi entokwa na twa entokwa ni ntwa ye jinem wo beji wo man wo first time edian no wo mo John Mahama anado from 2017 Messi bia John Mahama John wo so ya mo de John Mahama eh wo so ya mo de John Mahama o mu gu bang kro mo se John Mahama eh bibia ya John Mahama 4 years there from 2017 to 2020 there any John Mahama mi se bibia beka wo Ghana ha bia no edi ba ko a MPP for bo kane adumu a John Mahama yi no na contract no omo sign in excess abro so enti na kane ani dundum no na John Mahama omu gu banks ai se nipa bibini ya Ghana for ato abama no se ogu banks ni 9 billion Ghana cedis wa good banks amoma na boka 25 billion Ghana cedis was say John Mahama and I say yangunu a John Mahama ye egunu nti John Mahama nti e wosi egunu ye begunu John Mahama 4 years mo bo John Mahama dis 4 years John Mahama and 2020 COVID unity and any affair that John Mahama didn't die. Almost Swiss or Mess, almost Swiss to you, almost Swift here, and any also Baswa, almost the Russia Ukraine war. From John Mahama, President Mahama Swabro. Oh, and any chance, Yanko boy, ya, President Mahama, Yanko po uni free mu, and a COVID see, yape, then a COVID, and a COVID. COVID. Oh no more COVID. COVID and Russia Ukraine was a boom. Oh, I fed it. I fed it. Amuya yape COVID be boom wape. Almost say Russia Ukraine war COVID. Russia Ukraine war COVID. And why not just say John Mahama din ye the eda kakra. And I fed you almost all and Russia Ukraine war. Sa did sa. Rade. Omo de sa say ya John Mahama sa no mo de say Ghana 4 years say ya sa e say ya sa memo fun kro no bo memo sa de John Mahama sa e no mo say niema e the next 4 years e the Russia Ukraine war na Nyankopon boa na say President Mahama ba na wo ka kire Ghana for say unnecessary expenditure or kate kwa me munya na mo fa adroba fo na yinu ntuso na mo pe drivers ne ma me na ye no mo nkasa na afi me mpeke course kakra se Nyankopon wa boa ada ni na de CCTV mo amfa mo no makam ho aha se Nyankopon wa boa na se President Mahama ba na se eniema ayeyi a Dr. Bamia wa start wo kasa wo sabe bubodi John Mahama he said that Ghana edrin dey fa Ghana mamu biemu mon forget because man kasa kwa no muni candidate ai na no mi hu se ayi mami ya na ayi district ayi common fund no oda no yi mami ya no ye MP ni di kura de sei ni hu fefefe mi hu so no so atia si kantamanto se da bre wa hu se da bre so ma promise say obeye ayi vice presidential candidate ezibi go say what ono so atiesi kantamanto ekwaye donation mudi candidate because nipa na mala ne omo app no bre champion na say ye kan bre champion o constituency yesi hospital yesi one mama hospital na asay hospital na say wo ye member of parliament abeye minister won kwa interest u business nkwa ne hian bre champion interest nkwa ne hian no bre champion eti Ghana hanom no apart from the businesses yenyan no na snake hotels won kwankoto snake for hotels won kwankoto apart from nkwa personal gains awoye wu bre champion ade portia wa ye de amagana op president yedi former education minister Dr. Duchum op president yedi man set kura mu bokro no wom mathematical set kura ye to edema school for nkwada akwa no bokro no wom computer placement kura education minister u code kura ye bokro no computer placement kura no report baye manase mo report baye na wu code ye told them out for 12,000 10,000 wo Dr. Duchum education minister wu code ni ye tom edema parents wo Dr. Duchum opeso be president ono di ono so edi Ghana debt to edu no o man Ghana ka edu 700 billion no enso say NDC for president Mahama ya one term ono wakọ one enya ye friend say 38% why Ghana next president Dr. Bamiano no o say president Mahama kwa one term afa na NDC eba be presidential candidate and this NDC presidential candidate dia area or president